Vampyr. Говорят, это что-то с чем-то. Чем больше людей вы убиваете, тем легче пройти игру. Необычно. Ну, посмотрим, что ждет в этой игре. Возможно, что-то аномально новое.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Необычно.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Ну вот и я, походу, дожил. Вампир. Да, графика, видно, сразу старались прям. Конечно, нет, сарказм есть. Нормально, в грибной яме оказаться-то.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Я знал, что ты выживешь. Все будет хорошо. Да, все будет хорошо сейчас. Очень хорошо. Только кому? Так вот. Она жива. Иди. А может быть нет.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on.
Я просто выпил всю твою кровь. Ну ты держись.
Mary. Mary. No. No.
Я ж тебя. Я ж тебя люблю.
It's horror. It's a nightmare.
Кошмар.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Там попил, там выстрелили. Капец вообще.
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Что, прыгать ты не умеешь?
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go? Tricky bastards.
Now, I can defend myself.
Where'd it go?
Конечно, сейчас, блядь, он появится, конечно.
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Пистолет почему взять не могу?
No, please, stop!
Let's see how it likes a bit.
Who are you?
Oh, Christ!
What do you want? What is wrong with you?
Здесь кого-то еще видно. Может, мне показалось. Следующее, что у нас будет? Способности нас обучать будет, наверное.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's sake? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Нормально, но почему нет? Там
The
собственно.
sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. I cannot enter. Let me go!
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place?
Хорошее место. Это место, что надо.
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Ну, раз ты так говоришь, тебе видней. Я только сейчас понял, что...
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry.
Конечно,
Whoever
с
did
нами.
this to us.
Как бы ты сам выпил кровь-то так-то, на минуточку. Но, блядь, Мэри, мы. Он с нами это сделал. Боже, этот негодяй. Эллинги. А, ну да, это Лондон. Кровососными. Солнце не огня, не нравится, не прекращает. Пепел, попав по солнечному лучу. Солнце очень сильно не вредит. Так, за горизонт начал медленно останавливаться. Я отрубил ему голову, чтобы окончательно уничтожить. Когда применял огонь, проклятый кроссов так и не возродился из пепла. Огонь — это наше оружие, братья. Лучший способ уничтожить зверя — это сжечь его. Понятно. Ага. О-о-о. Так, да, везде по одному, здесь по другому. Я карту хочу посмотреть, какой двигатель-то. Или это все? Гаражи. Тяжелая. Ядвень. Посмотрим. Посмотрим. Глянем еще. Да. Здесь. Рулит. Ух ты. Красавица прям.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now,
Нормально.
give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
Да, пульса нет. Ты еще, походу, не знаешь, кто ты, да? Зато я знаю. Ну, сорян, чувак, сказать тебе не могу. Пульса нет у него. А что на втором этаже? Опа, зеркальце. Отражения нет сейчас. Или есть? Интересно.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me?
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Ну ты сейчас успеешь.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
Вот те шиллинги раз. Это что делать? А вот и часики. Застрелился, что ли? О, шприц. Ну, это мы возьмем, это нам пригодится. Нахрен непонятно, но пусть будет. Попей еще. Чего нет-то? Оп, пистолет. Забирай пистолет, он ему не нужен. Мне нужнее.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Логично. Очень логично. Один патрон. Чтоб застрелиться.
No, it never got easy.
Один патрон это не ноль. Застрелим всех. Часики ты что не взял? Золотые. Почти не спал. Бейки всю ночь кашлял и бредил в лихорадке. Утром я услышал громкий шум. Несколько мужчин работали на большой машине, которая копала большую яму. Она похожа на механическую лопату. Может пойти туда и спросить, не найдется ли работа для меня. Бейки нужно лекарство. Ну, листается вниз. Ну ладно. Опа. Это поход сохранения. Я еще так мало успел. Ну что, ложись, завтра встанешь уже как новенький будешь, как огурчик.
It's a nightmare. That's it.
Ой, интересно.
So be it.
Ты что, дурак, что ли? А, я с собой ничего не буду.
Only.
Нет, я стрелять не буду. Я что, блядь, дурак, что ли? Последний патрон, блин, что стреливать? Нет. Пошел в жопу. Я не буду стрелять. Как хотите, а я как бы... Я пацифист, ну что? Вампир пацифист. Мне это не интересно. И на руль. Нельзя, что ли, не стрелять? Нет, можно, я уверен. Вот я сейчас замечаю прям минуту. Стрелять мы не будем. Ну нахрена стрелять-то, блядь? Чё ты не можешь там, не знаю, укуси себя за локоть. Это же так легко. Ладно, хрен с ним. Минуту прошла чё. А что, блин? А ночью проснулся. Кровавый весь. Последнюю кровь в себе, конечно, выбухал. Патроны быть дурак. Кровать, блядь, пачку в крови.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real. Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who tames blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
А нафиг мне больше. Понятно. Ну все. Косяк.
Voice in my head.
Карантин. Вечная жажда. Логично. Есть определенная логика.
If I'm
Чего
not
нет?
mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am.
I must find him to understand what I have become.
Блядь, дебил взял, короче. Последний патрон, блядь, высадил. Вот слышу.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
Сейчас будет. А,
My head's spinning.
It's locked.
закрыто с этой
It's
стороны.
locked, all right.
Что это такое? Старый кол.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
Ну, так хотел.
There's a strength I never knew I had.
This one stinks already. It's dead, all right.
Интересно, интересно.
It's dead, all right.
Хорошая попытка, как говорится.
This shouldn't be possible.
He's dead!
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Die, vermin!
Боюсь огня, давай-ка осторожней, чувак. Я вам боюсь огня.
Like a child learning the limits of my body.
Я точно учился. Нихуя себе. Что такое делаешь?
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
прыжков здесь нету. Условная телепортация, что я не могу как бы особо точно выбирать куда. Просто вот туда. Как. Да. Прискорбно, что я могу сказать. Сейчас уже вступаю в
My
армию.
poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter.
Риски есть, что ты переживаешь. Да если не переживается.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Полностью.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Хорошо.
It's locked, all right.
Чуть простые пути. Способ. Только сложно.
This
зачем?
is despicable. What will London have to say to me? I've so
Ты
many
скажешь, иди отсюда,
questions
парень.
unanswered.
Он заблудился.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my
Ну,
assailant.
пойдем искать приключения на свою жопу, конечно.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. There is no one in sight. Where has everyone gone?
Верстачок.
At last, a little life. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bowl.
This is important, sir. Are you sure?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a...
What's going on around?
You must be new here. Have you not heard of...
Who is this?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient.
You make it sound...
People will always believe in monsters.
I'll leave you to your...
Oh, God, sir. You look like Jonah's way.
No, thank you.
Well, grab a chair and get some...
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other...
You mean he...
Well, yeah. He put...
I need...
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door.
Yes?
No.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
Hello, sir.
I don't know.
Maybe you prefer to speak with...
I just wanted...
I'm not afraid, sir.
I only see...
Oh. Well, yep.
What is this?
This is Tom's bar.
Are you always open?
No, it's only since the epidemic.
I'll leave.
Тебе окно открыть. Давай, он будет прыгать.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
С кем-нибудь, неважно, просто поговорить.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. Can I have some privacy, please?
It's locked.
Ай, все заперто. Местных-то что, снизу, что ли?
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Evening, sir.
I have a few questions. I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Конечно. Ну-ка. Том. Ценность. Понятно. Не добро, это заговор. Это бой прям с тенью.
Poor Jack.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll
Ну
leave you
и
to
в
your
рот
bottle.
пароход. Дольше загрузки какой-то жду.
Welcome back.
I can't say I have.
Hey, I told you, you were the only...
Tom, talk to me about the visit.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not...
А,
Why lie to me?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer.
I need to find him.
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there.
Please describe.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he...
Смотреть лодки. Можно.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. What's this? This corpse has been...
Внимание, недавнее сообщение, это вампир очень агрессивно действует. Можно сказать, что это часть города, у нас не хватает людей. Не поручайте дело новичкам. Если я не ошибаюсь, то тут действительно бешеные твари, которые убивают каждую ночь, как всегда. Сначала смотрят заброшенные старые дома, подвалы, склады, канализацию. Уничтожить лекарство собрать. Конечно, из одного страдает сам.
There are blood and empty gin bottles. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal.
Это мы сейчас доберемся. Это мы умеем. Да? Сколько?
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever know McCullum to be wrong about anything? Ain't safe here for a gentleman. Sir, step away! All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says bloodsuckers dug in. Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Красться здесь.
I cannot enter.
Нафига я сюда поднимался? Не может. Так.
It's locked.
Просто так.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! See that fancy clothes? This one's a top! Watch it! It's a killer!
Ну, как-то так.
I like their screams when you burn. That's this nest of them cleaned out. Speak English, do ya?
Не проканал.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again. Stay close, keep an eye on each other. I like their screams when you
Жил риску.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I need a drink. I'm so thirsty, William. As one.
Угу.
We shall overcome this. I must have more.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Логично, что помогла, конечно. Нет, что.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. You'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Так, я где-то тут видел денежки. Деньги наши все.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Rid, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Вот так я стал врачом. Необычно попадет. Ну почему?
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Давай, тише.
You can do better than that. It's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in...
Yes. That's a very nasty...
Name's Clay.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that...
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few And Mr.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep.
What kind of man is Dr.
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea...
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon.
If you could point me in the direction...
Second floor of the hospital, left after the...
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Давай, все понятно. Есть что взять.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember.
He was also very confident about your future.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
This hospital is not exact.
It's more than enough. In any case, the...
Don't be misled by appearances, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
Some are really good, and others are...
Any opinion?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's result.
Ah, yes, the burden of command.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator.
Tell me more about...
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is...
You really seem to admire her.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fi...
What is the...
This hospital...
It's more...
Don't be...
Интересно, интересно, дело без закрыто.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Совсем нужно поговорить.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my...
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be...
You have a keen eye.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you...
I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun.
Good evening.
Good evening,
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right?
Are you really smuggling weapons?
And why not? I've already been attacked by a patient.
But you're not defending yourself.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary system?
It's a complete disaster. Is he...
Goodbye, Milton.
О, подождите, есть интересные
Good
вещи.
evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you need any medical help?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Nurse.
Dr. Swan...
Did he really?
All members of staff have already read about you.
I see. Well, I'm a little...
You must know, blood transfusions are Doctor's...
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the...
If it wasn't for him...
Dr. Tippett does not think of you...
If you're suggesting he's...
How are things here?
No...
Do you think this hospital can survive?
We are all volunteers here.
An invisible enemy?
Sorry, Doctor. These last...
I'm not familiar with all the...
Brilliant...
Most of them.
It would be inappropriate...
Nurse Brannigan, if you do...
No. I may disagree.
Is there any...
Well,
Why should his aide...
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing him...
Do you require medical...
Thank you for your concern.
Goodbye, nurse.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that candidate fellow.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran.
No. We must keep on healing.
Nurse Brannigan.
She should...
You don't have to blame her.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear.
You're exhausted.
No.
Nurse Branham, you don't have to. Do you need any medical assistance?
Come on, don't be.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Это с каждым нужно побазарить. Это вообще...
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Good evening, miss.
Прекрасно.
I'm Dr. Reid.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency.
You keep calling me mortal. Why?
Well, Dr. Reid.
Who are you really, Miss Houghton?
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm curious to know who you were before.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember.
And why do you believe you?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I...
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and pet.
Do you require my...
I have no need for your medicine, doctor.
I'm assuming you must be a...
It's only a cover to hide from my end.
The staff here are not your enemy.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white.
I see. Don't worry.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you...
Who are these enemies you mentioned?
I cannot say for sure.
And why do you...
I don't need to believe...
I'll leave you, Miss... Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here
Что
to fix my
подойти?
face.
А?
No.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently taken the...
You guessed right, Doctor.
Where were you stationed?
I really don't want...
No offense. I was pushing to...
You were an officer, weren't you?
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft?
To wait for her next nibble is the best read.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you.
So do you let her bite you?
And why not? She's only supping a few drops.
She could decide to bite less.
Then it's another good reason for me...
You do realize she's mentally
In her madness, she never refers to my...
Soldier, do you...
I'm fine. Just do...
How is your stay with her?
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you precisely...
It's the pain, sir. The drugs...
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or...
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Soldier.
I'm fine.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Тебе не нужно. Что ты сделаешь тогда?
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reid, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear...
You remained perfectly nice.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the...
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop?
That's a very strange question, Doctor.
Are you a priest?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith.
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhausted.
You're in good hands here. Doctor...
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest.
Have you made friends since...
Not really. But I recognize Miss...
You never came to...
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How did you end up in...
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior.
Why did he...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed.
You dared to enter this awful place alone.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid.
Do you know Tom Watts?
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left.
Who should I avoid in this part of town?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing it.
What is the general...
The situation has always been tough. With a...
Has the gang been threatened?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs...
Жена. Пуля.
Goodbye, Mr.
Вот такое.
Hello again.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
But the suffering continues.
It's locked, all right.
Disguised as a hospital.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think...
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Well, it's...
Подсказка.
How would you describe this situation?
It's serious.
Nurse Hawk,
I wish I could believe you. But...
you must...
Sorry.
How long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You'd be surprised what dedication.
Sorry, Doctor.
How is the...
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance...
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about...
Why does Milton...
I don't know. Just ask him.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawk.
Ой.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening,
Do you need med...
I'm fine.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Doctor.
Как Рауль, такая.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea, I am Thoreau Strickland. Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer.
Please, could you tell me...
I'm a great...
I based my technique...
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just...
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
You're not the first one to warn me.
What made you...
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired.
It's...
This epidemic may be...
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always...
You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to play?
Oh no, Dr. Reed.
I see. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. A specialist...
Tell me, Mr.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because...
But why would he hide such crucial information?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting...
This personal involvement could also appear to...
I agree. But that...
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of you...
Do you need my...
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey.
My wife died because of me.
How could your job be responsible?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot...
You can't hold your...
Of course I didn't hurt myself.
Tell me more about the...
1915.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs...
How are your...
They were smaller then.
I'm sorry for your loss. So...
I would like to say that she didn't suffer.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy.
I was more curious...
I'm a carpenter. And a good...
Tell me about the doc...
Strickland and...
What do you mean?
I often have...
Are you...
Well...
I won't lock...
Are you sure you don't...
In other circum... Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I'll never...
Good evening, sir.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed.
Does my arrival inconvenience?
Let us just...
Do you need my...
Not at all.
I don't know...
I don't question your skills, Doctor...
And what exactly...
I served in the war, just like you.
Be careful what you insist.
I only want you to admit you used those...
I don't see any reason why...
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge...
It seems you have...
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter...
We can at least agree on something, Doctor. If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ack...
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence...
I know we've never met before.
Oh, but I have heard...
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine...
Let's just say I'm tired of the
carelessness.
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical...
Modern medical methods were created through
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery.
Why do you...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick... I'm not the kind of man...
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that.
Thank...
Пора, мне кажется, просто.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding?
It never...
I should investigate.
Good evening. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir.
A colleague?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be
What do you mean, you used to be?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead.
A pawn?
Yes, sir.
Who comes?
I'm very cautious, sir.
What kind?
With the quarantine, it's...
Are you afraid or uneasy?
Why should I? These bodies...
How did you get this?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker.
Interesting.
Sir, as a medic during the war.
Have we met before?
I don't think so.
When we first talked to you...
Funny story, sir.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy.
Why close?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic.
Why do you have...
Because these poor fellows have no name.
Please show me.
Of course. Never ceases. Good evening.
Do you need
I'm feeling all right.
Goodbye,
More bodies will arrive and then sadly depart.
It's locked, all right.
I'm managing a train terminal, not a morgue.
Нет.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need medical...
I'm fine.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. It's locked.
Ах, просто не клею.
It's locked. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water.
О как, хорошо еще.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue.
Хорошо.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying. It needs water. Yes, Nurse Crane?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted...
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted.
What type of hospital?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the...
I may have a solution. In France, during the war...
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household
The
chemicals...
storeroom? Fat chance. This...
Perhaps I should look there first.
It's the large building behind the hospital.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small...
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always...
At the Pembroke...
Your dedication to...
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor.
Lack of...
London's...
Exactly...
It really depends.
Please, could you point...
It's the large...
That's all.
Так, ладно, это, наверное, пока что. Всем спасибо за просмотр и пока.